thee into the place which I have prepared. Beware of him, and obey his voice. Provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgressions, for my name is in him. But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice, and do all that I speak, then I will be an enemy unto thine enemies, and an adversary unto thine adversaries. For mine angel shall go before thee, and bring thee unto the Amorites, and the Hittites, and the Perizzites, and the Canaanites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, and I will cut them off. Thou shalt not bow down to their gods, nor serve them, nor do after their works, but thou shalt utterly overthrow them, and quite break down their images. And ye shall serve the Lord your God, and he shall bless thy bread and thy water, and I will take sickness away from the midst of thee. There shall nothing cast their young, nor be barren in the land, and the number of thy days I will fulfill. I will send my fear before thee, and I will destroy all the people to whom thou shalt come. And I will make all thine enemies turn their backs unto thee. And I will send hornets before thee, which shall drive out the Hivite, and the Canaanite, and the Hittite, but from before thee. And I will not drive them out from before thee in 1 year, unless the land become desolate, and the beasts of the field multiply against thee. But little and little, by little and little, I will drive them out from before thee, until thou be increased and inherit the land. And I will not set thy bonds from the Red Sea even unto the sea of the Philistines, and from the desert unto the river. For I will deliver the inhabitants of the land into your hand, and they shall be driven from them out before thee. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor with their gods. They shall not dwell in thy land, lest they make thee sin against me. For thou shalt make thee sin against thee, for if thou serve their gods, it will surely be a snare unto thee. Chapter 24 of the book of Exodus, out of God's holy word. And he said unto Moses, Come up unto the Lord, thou and Aaron, Nebah, and Abihu, and 70 of the elders of Israel, and worship ye afar off. And Moses alone shall come near the Lord, but they shall not come nigh, neither shall the people go up with him. And Moses came and told the people all the words of the Lord, and all the judgments, and all the people answered with one voice, and said, All the words which the Lord hath said will we do. And Moses wrote all the words of the Lord, and rose up early in the morning, and builded an altar under the hill, and 12 pillars according to the 12 tribes of Israel. And he sent young men and the children of Israel, which offered burnt offerings, and sacrificed peace offerings of oxen unto the Lord. And Moses took half of the blood, and put it in basins, and half of the blood he sprinkled on the altar. And he took the book of the covenant, and read it in the audience of the people, and they said, All that the Lord hath said will we do, and be obedient. And Moses took the blood, and sprinkled it on the people, and said, Behold the blood of the covenant, which the Lord hath made with you concerning all these words. There went up Moses, and Aaron, and Nebah, and Abihu, the 70 of the elders of Israel, and they saw the God of Israel. And there was under his feet, as there were, a paved work of sapphire stone, and as it were the body of heaven in his clearness. And upon the nobles of the children of Israel he laid not his hand. Also they saw God, and did not drink. And the Lord said unto Moses, Come up unto me into the mount, and be there, and I will give thee tablets of stone, and a law, and a commandment, which I have written, that thou mayest teach them. And Moses rose up, and his minister Joshua, and Moses went up unto the mount of God. And he said unto the elders, Tarry ye here for us, until we come again unto you. And behold, Aaron and Hur are with you. If any man have any matters to do, let him come unto thee. And Moses went up into the mount, and a cloud covered the mount. And the glory of the Lord abode upon the mount of Sinai. And the cloud covered it 6 days. And the 7th day he called unto Moses out of the midst of the cloud. And the sight of the glory of the Lord was like devouring fire on the top of the mount of the eyes of the children of Israel. And Moses went into the children of the cloud, and gat him up into the mount. And Moses was in the mount 40 days and 40 nights. chapter 25. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, that they bring me an offering of every man that giveth it willingly with his heart. Ye shall take my offering, and this is the offering which ye shall take of them: gold and silver and brass, and blue and purple and scarlet, and fine linen and goat's hair, and ram skin dyed red, and badger skins, and shittim wood, and oil for the light, spices for anointing oil, and for sweet incense, onyx stone, and stones to be set in an ephod and the breastplate, and let them make me a sanctuary, that I may dwell among them, according to all that I show thee, after the pattern of the tabernacle and the pattern of all the instruments thereof, even so shall ye make it. And they shall make an art of shittim wood, and 2 cubits and a half shall be the length thereof, and the cubit and a half the breadth thereof, and the cubit and a half the height thereof. Thou shalt overlay it with pure gold within and without. Shalt thou overlay it, and shalt make it upon a crown of gold around about. And thou shalt cast 4 rings of gold for it, and put them in the 4 corners thereby, and 2 rings shall be the one side of it, and 2 rings on the other side of it. And thou shalt make staves of shittim wood, and overlay them with gold, and thou shalt put the staves into the rings by the sides of the ark, that the ark may be borne with them. The staves shall be in the rings of the ark, and they shall not be taken from it. Thou shalt put into the ark the testimony which I shall give thee. And thou shalt make a mercy seat of pure gold. 2 cubits and a half shalt the length thereof, and a cubit and a half the breadth thereof. And thou shalt make 2 cherubim of gold, of beaten work shalt thou make thee in the 2 ends of the mercy seat. And make 1 cherubim on one end, and the other cherubim on the other.